And speaking of new beginnings, the scripture we took it from was Isaiah 41:10, and they call that a prophet's promise. And two things that I want to leave y'all with. When you talk about a promise, so I looked it up, and it said a promise is a declaration of some benefit to be conferred. The Webster Dictionary is one's pledge to another to do or not to do something, specified narrowly, a declaration which gives to the person to whom it is made a right to expect or to claim the performance or forbearance of a specified act, ground for hope, expectation, or the assurance often specified of eventual success. Now, another word in there that I wanted to point out was assurance. So assurance is the spiritual birthright of every believer. It is their privilege and duty to experience and enjoy such an inner possession. When you look up the Webster's Dictionary, it says a pledge or a guarantee, the state of being sure or certain, ensure against risk, security, certitude, confidence. So you say a promise is God's guarantee to us. So when I think of the Bible, if I can grab one here, this book right here is full of promises that God gives us. The greatest promise is that if we accept Him into our heart, we can have the assurance to know that after this life, we won't just be dead and gone, but that He will come back and get us to live a life with Him in heaven, with God our Father, His Son, and the angels. So in going into 2020, we should ask for not only faith, vision, but hold on to the promise that God gives us, that if we don't make it into 2021, that, you know, our spirit ain't just going to stay here, but it's going to go on to live with God in heaven. You know, so when you listen and see the boys up here, know that it's God that's leading us to do this, to give us this message. And in 2020, I just ask that y'all pray for our continued guidance, for our continued faith, and pray for Morning Star that we can come closer together with the promise that God has given us, that He's not only going to take care of us individually, but He's going to take care of us as a whole Morning Star church family. And the assurance that if some of us don't make it into the next year or even into the next month or the next day, that their spiritual body ain't just going to be left here or going to be going to hell, but that they're going to go see Christ and live with Him in heaven and glorify Him and be a part of His family up in heaven and sing joys and give praises to God all day long, because that's what we're living for, right? To make over to that other side so that we can see His face. So we don't know death. You know, you don't want to know death. I know I don't want to know death. I know I want to live. You know, and that's what God is. God is love and God is life. So with that being said, I wish everybody a happy new year. I love y'all. GMB loves y'all. And we are continuing to pray for not only ourselves, but Morning Star as a church family. Thank you.